Hey everybody, it's your boy Jack here, and today in this video I want to welcome you to the recap of the March 2019 Comic Boxer subscription box. Yes, so for those of you who don't know, I am splitting up the Comic Boxer unboxing into two parts. First part, which has already been released by now hopefully, is the Comic Boxer unboxing, where I unbox all the comics and everything and explain all the basic stuff about the comics and stuff and my genuine reactions. But in this part here, I will be going through the recap. I'll be looking at the recap card here, one of the two that I got in this month's box. But I'll be looking at the recap card. I'll be going through it and sharing my final thoughts about the comics in this month's box and the box overall for this month. So yeah, besides that though, before we get started, before we get started, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be leaving a card up in the corner here, or in this corner, whatever corner it will appear at this point in time, to let you know that if you are wanting to watch the Comic Boxer March 2019 unboxing, I'll leave the card up there. Besides that though, let's take a look at comic number 1 here, Domino Hot Shots issue number 1. It's done by Gail Simone and David Balden. It is published by Marvel Comics. Let me pull up the comic cover on screen while I read the description. So the description reads, Bully, Brawler, Mercenaries, Spies. The Marvel Universe's hottest team is here. Domino and her pals, Outlaw and Diamondback, are caught between warring nations. It'll take a whole new crew of international women of mystery to sort it out. Featuring the titanic talents of Gail Simone from Birds of Prey, and David Balden from Spirits of Vengeance. So, my thoughts about this comic and everything, I think this is definitely your sleeper hit, your good read. It's supposed to be your really good comic and everything. It's not a hype beast, or it's not a big event type comic. It's your basic this is gonna be a good comic most likely. It's a female led comic and everything as well. It's one of those comics that's really easy to market. Personally for me, I think this is an interesting story and everything, but I feel like I've read a few stories with Domino and stuff, and I wouldn't say I love the writing style and stuff, and her just heading the story. There's something about her character where I wouldn't say I love her, and stuff. And even in the team ups and stuff too, I just feel I wouldn't say I love her character, but obviously with this story, I'm hoping that can be changed. But yeah. It looks like an interesting story though. So moving forward, let's take a look at comic number 2. It is Cosmic Ghostrider Destroys Marvel History number 1. It is written by Paul Scheer and Nick Giovannetti. It is drawn by Geraldo Sandolva and Victor Nava. It is written by Paul Scheer and Nick Giovannetti, and it is drawn by Geraldo Sandolva and Victor Nava. And the description reads, Cosmic Ghostrider is stuck in the past, so he might as well have some fun with the origins of the Marvel Universe, right? After going back in time trying to kill baby Thanos, Frank Castle has sworn off trying to alter history. But when he arrives in Earth's past as the birth of the Fantastic Four, how can he resist on jumping in on the fun? Legit didn't know this comic was coming out, but this is legit made my box. It is an amazing comic. For those of you who haven't read the Cosmic Ghostrider comic yet, just get issue number 1 and understand on how amazing this is. These comics, for the most part, are hilarious. They got that Deadpool type humor, but it's also just there's like that ridiculousness and like how ridiculous it can get, and like it really corresponds well with the humor. Personally, for me, I've read the first 3 issues of the Cosmic Ghostrider series, but I'm damn well want to pick up the rest of that series, and I'm going to start with this series as well, because like I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. It sounds hilarious. It sounds pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm excited. And the art style for it as well, just looking at it by the cover, I really, really like that art style. It's different from the original series, but in a way it also differentiates itself. But like, it's not trying to be like it's sort of trying to look a bit more like Sean Murphy, who did the Batman White Knight series, like that kind of art style. You can just even tell with Hulk's face, with like sort of the style of cross-hatching and even how the skull structure looks like. So yeah, I like that though too. I really, really like this. I am so excited for this. I think it's just going to be an amazing ride. Moving forward though to comic number 3. We got Daredevil issue number 1. It is by Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cheto. And it is published by Marvel Comics. Let me pull up the comic cover on screen while I read the description. And the description reads, Zdarsky and Cheto take on Daredevil in this all-new first issue. Having barely recovered from getting hit by a truck again, Matt Murdock has to pick himself out of a dark hole and start his life again. That includes being Daredevil again, and he has some major problems reinserting the devil into Hell's Kitchen. Now, as I said in the unboxing video and everything, I got a previous comic from previous Daredevil comic in this box a few months ago, and this it was with Phil Noto and Chris Soule, I believe, who did it and stuff. It was the final issue, and it was a really, really great issue. And it sort of made me like watch out for Daredevil and like those kinds of comics and stuff. And like I really do like Daredevil now. Like I'm sort of like low-key wanting to find like a really good like Daredevil issue. So if you have any, feel free to let me know down below. But yeah, this looks interesting. I like this. I like the simple description that it has. It's not trying to be all fancy. It's not trying to spoil half the comic. It's just planting that seed that will hopefully grow your interest for this comic. So I have to admit, probably Cosmic Ghostrider is probably my favorite comic. This has to be my second favorite comic. So yeah. Now moving forward to our second last comic here, which is Avengers No Road Home, issue number 1. It is done by Al Ewing, Jim Zub, Mark Waid, Paco Medina, Juan Velasco, and Jesus Abarotov. Sorry if I'm butchering any of those names. And let me pull up the comic cover on screen while I read the description. So the description reads, the team that brought you Avengers No Surrender reunites for an all-new weekly Avengers adventure. Night has fallen across the universe. Now 7 and one new addition journey forth to bring back the light. When a new threat they face has destroyed even the gods, will anyone make it home? So, for context, I got the Avengers No Surrender comic this time last year, and it was actually a really awesome cover. It's a lenticular cover, so it was like you can move it around, and it looks like the people are moving. Now, with this comic and everything, like, or with Avengers No Surrender, I remember reading the first issue, and I'm just like, this sounds so ridiculous. I'm not really in the mood to like invest time into this, because it just felt like such a big collaboration and so much big stuff's happening, and I'm like, no, thank you. That's just my thoughts on that one. And to be honest, like just looking at this is sort of how I think about that one. But I feel like maybe if the series is well planned out and everything, and the events sort of well planned out, it has potential to be a really good comic. But I feel like with this one, I feel with this comic, I sort of want to read it and then plan it by ear on how it goes. So lastly but not least, we got the mystery book of the month. This is obviously Red Sonja, issue number 1. It is the 15th anniversary of Red Sonja, or Dynamite Comics, I believe. And and everything. There is no description for this book because one of the new things they wanted to add into this book into this box is a mystery book into the mystery box, and I like that. I really like that because obviously, if you saw last month's video, you would know I was sort of like, I want something original. I just don't want the 5 comics. I want more than that. I want like I want the 5 I don't want just 5 comics. I want some change, and I'm happy to see this change in having the mystery book. It sort of individualizes the comic itself. Let me pull up the comic cover on screen while I read the description. And the description reads, "No man knows her place of birth, nor where she learned to wield a sword to shame many a male. They only know that she is called the she-devil of the Hykranian steeps. That and Red Sonja." Mark Russell from the Flintstones and Mirko Kolak from Conan the Barbarian series brings a savage tale of metal and blood. A world conqueror possesses a massive army in a fatal prophecy. A bastard sorceress craves revenge, and a fearsome red-headed warrior is a wartime ruler of a homeland set for decimation. So just going off of the description and everything, I like this. Like, once again, there's the comic is sort of diversified. Like, obviously, because there isn't a lot more DC comics being published at the moment, the having some kind of like different publisher, whether it being like Valiant or even Dynamite Comics and everything, I like that. Also, as well, when it comes to Red Sonja, I like how like last month we had Conan the Barbarian, issue number 1. This month we got freaking Red Sonja, and like continuing that fantasy genre in this comic and everything, or in this box and everything. Like, I like how we're continuing to see this fantasy genre. But yeah, it looks interesting. There. It looks okay. One thing I was sort of thinking about when it comes to this cover and everything, obviously because this is a variant cover, one thing I would like wish that like a true variant cover or variant comic could be is that instead of this just so page being black and white, I wish this whole comic would be black and white. I think that'd be amazing. I think that'd be sick. I think that'd be amazing. Like, instead of just having a variant cover, have a variant comic. Where instead of it just being a black and white cover, a black and white comic. Because, like, honestly, I think that would make it from like a really cool comic to like a sick comic. Like, just amazing. Like that'd just be a creative, amazing idea. They've probably already done it before, but like still, my thoughts. But yeah, besides that though, those are all the comics in this month's box, and I have to admit, like, I do like this mix. It's a good mix. You get you got your humor comic, you've got your like alternate publishing comic, you got your big events with the Avengers No Road Home and Daredevil #1. And I really, 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 really love the freaking Cosmic Ghostrider Destroy Marvel History. I'm just hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good. Besides that, though, before I go and everything, one thing I wanted to talk about with this box is that this one thing I've found with a lot of these comics and everything is that although the comic is baked and boarded and stuff, one of the things I've noticed today is that the comic, the top of the comic bag ripped. And stuff, and I think that's just because of the cardboard being a bit like more sharp. And I'll sort of show you what I mean. So like right here, I don't know if I can see, but right here is a bag, and I can basically just stick my finger down into the comic itself and everything, and like the back's still taped. So it just means basically the top here ripped just because of the cardboard. And like it's a small little like moment of shade. Like I get it. Like, it happens and stuff. I'm not pissed at them. Like, it's it probably just happened with them packaging it up and everything. They probably just got a little like they just sort of ripped and everything. That's fine. I'm not pissed off about it or anything. Like, it's just a minor detail. Like, it's something I could probably just easily tape up, or even get new comic bags and just put them in. I'm not pissed about that. They're still coming in baked and boarded. It's just a minor thing that I wanted to bring up, just because I don't know if I'm the only one who experiences it. But like, I think there's like 3 of them that have the ripped tops, and the other 2 or 4 of them have the ripped tops, but I don't think this one does. So yeah, just something to keep out for. I'd rather be honest with you guys, because why not? But yeah, besides that though, I actually don't mind this box. Like, I really don't mind it. I like it. I think it's good. If I had to personally rate it, I think I'd give it a solid 4. I like the comics and everything. I like the selection and everything. I do wish that we would have gotten to see like maybe a different variety of comics, or like one comic that's like from another publisher, and not just 4 Marvel comics and one other comic that isn't Marvel. But I'm giving it a 4 just because I like the comics that were in here, the descriptions and everything. I do wish that there was also though another like variant or a higher value comic though too, because I feel like it's a lot more just good reads right now, and I wish you could get a good variant or exclusive. But yeah, that's my thoughts though about this month. But I also do like the creativity about the mystery box too, or mystery book. I think that's awesome. But yeah, besides that though, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Skinner. Feel free to do the typical YouTube stuff like the liking, the commenting, and the subscribing, and everything. Feel free to let me know down below your thoughts about this month's box. Besides that though, at the end screen, I'm going to leave the picture of my favorite comic from last month's box. As well, I'll leave a review down below of said comic and everything if you want to read that. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the recap of the comic box or subscription box. And let me know how this like whole format's going and stuff. Like, are you guys good with it? You're not good with it? Like, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Skinner. You guys have a good night, and bye.